Good afternoon, everybody. This is Friday, October 11th, 12:30 p.m., St. Lucie County Emergency Operations Center briefing on Hurricane Milton. My name is George Landry, and I serve as the St. Lucie County Administrator. With me today is Eric Gill, our Communications Director for St. Lucie County, Ron Guerrero, our Public Safety Director, Sheriff Keith Pearson, Clint Sperber from the Department of Health, Mayor Linda Hudson, Captain Casey Donnell from the City of Port St. Lucie Police Department, Major Santiago from the Fort Pierce Police Department, Scott Sample from the City PSL. A couple things we want to talk about today. The county's in the process, working in collaboration with the cities and many agencies, to set up a multi-agency resource center at the Fence Center. Ron and Eric will touch more on those details later on in this briefing. We're also underway with the debris removal process. That process takes time. It's very extensive. There's a lot that goes into it. It's very specific, going by zones, going by areas, things of that nature. So later on in this briefing, Eric will be touching on how to engage in that information and find out by your address when your area is going to be picked up for debris, but that is underway. And we're going to make every attempt to get back to normal county business operations on Monday, and Eric will fill you in more of those details as well. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to our Public Safety Director, Ron Guerrero.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. As of 7 p.m. last night, all general populations have closed. The only one that remains operational at this point is the special needs shelter at the Fence Center. We're working with the Florida Division of Emergency Management to open a multi-agency resource center, which is a location where multiple service providers such as the Red Cross and others come together to offer assistance to those individuals and families affected by the tornadoes and the hurricane. We're finalizing those details, and like County Administrator Landry said, we'll be pushing out the information of the opening and what services are going to be actually on scene. Additionally, a comfort station will be opening this weekend in Spanish Lakes Country Club to help those residents who need access to laundry services, shower, and bathroom facilities. We have been informed by the Florida Division of Emergency Management that they have submitted a major disaster declaration request and that St. Lucie County is included in the request. Many people have reached out asking about donations and where to donate. We're currently working with the state to establish a streamlined process to quickly get the donations out to those survivors that most need it. Our county staff is currently conducting damage assessment throughout the county. We're expecting to have this completed by today, and that information gets sent to the state, again, to be as part of the declaration process to get it to FEMA, so that we have been expediting that since it was safe to do that. So I think with the numbers that we got, that we're looking pretty good as far as being included and getting the full gamma of assistance that we need for St. Lucie County. Additionally, the public information line is now open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. For the foreseeable future, and the Emergency Operations Center will remain activated at a partial activation for the foreseeable future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Now we'll hear from Sheriff Keith Pearson.
Thank you. I just want to ensure the public that we have enhanced patrols. You'll see an increase in law enforcement throughout the county. We have tactical teams set up to come respond to your need of help. So as the power gets turned back on, if you find some other debris, if we have any other issues out there, we have teams out there with the equipment to be able to respond instantaneously. Just know that we're also out there looking for any looters, which we've had no reports of that yet. Right now we're focusing most of our rescue missions still in the Spanish Lakes community. So we're urging people to stay away from there. We do have the area blocked off to where you can't access it. So if you're thinking about coming there to help, even if you want to provide some kind of services, we're not going to be able to let you in at that point. Again, this is a complete destruction and devastation in that community. Know that we have resources available to us. Governor DeSantis had sent down the National Guard as well as specialized search and rescue teams, and that was sent in during the storm. So within an hour and a half, we had a response of hundreds of people there ready and able to help. As you see all the people behind me and here, our community came together. We're very strong. We're going to get through this. And just if you can, just stay off the roadways and check on your neighbors.
Thank you, Sheriff. Now we'll hear from Clint Sperber, Department of Health.
Thank you. As Director Guerrero mentioned, at our special needs shelter, we are working to place those residents back home, so that is ongoing. I also wanted to touch on a few things that have been going on. We have completed 36 of 41 mobile home and RV park assessments, and we should schedule or finish the rest of them later today. We have conducted and will continue to work with our assisted living facilities to check on their food operations. We have conducted assessments with limited use water systems to ensure boil water notices are issued to tenants. We have contacted several public swimming pool facilities to provide guidance to ensure safe operations when we do open. We are also performing feeding station assessments at different locations around the county. And we, from day one, we have been in constant communication with our hospitals to make sure they're okay. We know all of 25 Cleveland Clinic facilities, both here, Martin and St. Lucie County, are doing very well. Same with St. Lucie Medical Center and Longwood. And from a health department standpoint, we have been closed today, but we are looking to open operations Monday. Thank you.
Thank you, Clint. We'll now hear from Mayor Linda Hudson, City of Fort Pierce.
Thank you very much. The City of Fort Pierce is committed to ensuring smooth recovery and is pleased to announce reopening schedule for various city facilities following the impacts of Hurricane Milton. City Hall, the Building Department, the Police Department, and the Recreation Center will be reopening on Monday, October 4th at 8 a.m. City of Fort Pierce Marina reopened today, Friday, October 11th. Fort Pierce Animal Adoption Center reopening Saturday, October 12th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Riverwalk Center reopening on Sunday, October 13th at 8 a.m. Indian Hills Golf Course. The reopening date is currently being assessed and updates will be provided as soon as possible. Public Works Department updates. Solid waste services. Trash and recycling services were temporarily suspended on Thursday, October 10th. Residents will receive service on their next scheduled pickup day. Regular trash collection has resumed today, Friday, October 11th. We ask residents, please, to separate horticultural debris and place it in piles 3 to 5 feet away from obstructions like mailboxes or vehicles to assist with easy collection. Crews continue to clear roadways of debris, unclog storm drains, maintain parks, and conduct inspections of city facilities. This work ensures public safety and helps restore the city's infrastructure in the aftermath of the storm. We will continue to coordinate with state and local agency partners to expedite the cleanup process and return the city to full operations as quickly as possible. And now we would like to express our deepest appreciation to the Fort Pierce Utilities Authority for their tireless work in restoring power to residents and businesses. We truly appreciate their efforts in helping the City of Fort Pierce recover quickly and effectively in the aftermath of the storm. At this time, 98.5% of our FPUA customers have their power restored. We encourage residents to remain vigilant and stay informed by visiting the city's official website and social media channels for the latest updates on facility reopenings, recovery efforts, and any further developments. We will continue working together to restore our community to normal. We sincerely thank all our residents and our staff for their patience and cooperation throughout this recovery process, and we would like to say God bless to all our first responders, and thank you very much for all of their hard work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll now hear from Major Santiago.
Good afternoon. First, I want to thank the residents of the city for following the guidelines set forth by the EOC and the advisories that were put out for their safety. We currently have working crews that are actively working to restore power and clean up debris. That would lead to temporary lane closures or road closures. We're asking that if you're going to traverse our roadways to please use due caution, allow for time to get to your locations. We can see that the weather is still somewhat inclement, so please be careful on the roadways. And the Fort Pierce Police Department continues to be diligent in ensuring the safety of our residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Major. We'll now hear from Captain Casey Donnell, City of Port St. Lucie.
Good morning. I'd just like to say thank you to all our community partners and other law enforcement agencies. This has been a community effort, to be sure, and been a very challenging one in some ways. We're very fortunate that we've had a lot of cooperation through interagencies, and we're grateful for that. Just want to make sure that everyone is aware that in Port St. Lucie, all of our traffic roadways are clear and are functioning at this time. That we do have some small issues with glades cutoff where we have a arm for a railroad crossing that's still damaged, so be aware the light's still lighted and alerted for that. Reference four-way stops, make sure you're using caution and due care whenever you're in those areas, and continue to be safe and listen to any additional information that's being put out. So thank you.
Thank you, Captain. We'll now hear from Scott Sample, City of Port St. Lucie.
Thank you and good afternoon. Port St. Lucie City Hall is now open for normal business hours. FCC Environmental Services has resumed curbside garbage collection today. Today they were servicing Thursday's customers who were not collected because of Hurricane Milton. On Friday's customers will be collected on Saturday. Again, customers should place all garbage, vegetative yard debris, and storm-related debris in separate piles by the curb. The debris will be picked up, though it could take a little longer than usual due to higher volumes, and we do appreciate residents' continued patience. The city's convenient drop-off site at Cameo has reopened today and will resume its normal operating schedule. All parks and recreation facilities and parks will be open today for regular hours, with the exception of the Mid-Florida Event Center recreational facility, which will remain closed. The Saints Golf Course will remain closed to regular play until all course debris can be removed. And again, if you observe any potholes in the roadways, please avoid them and report them to our 1PSL customer service system at 772-871-1775 or through the 1PSL app. The city is working to take care of these and other issues that are storm related. And for any other updates, our website, cityofpsl.com, will provide those. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Before I pass this over to Eric to put out all the important details, I just wanted to share with you that normally you would see one or all of the St. Lucie County Board of County Commissioners up here with us. Today they are out in the field checking on the residents and hitting all the neighborhoods out there to make sure they can see if they can offer some assistance. So we greatly appreciate their efforts, and I will pass it over to Eric to go over all the details and close out the briefing.
Thank you, Administrator Landry. Eric Gill, Communications Director. As he stated, we are working with state officials to open this multi-resource center, which will be located at the Haverdale Fenn Center, 2000 Virginia Avenue. The hours of operation are scheduled to be Mondays through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. starting tomorrow, and then Sundays from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Additional information will be up on our website, but it will include agencies like Persons with Disabilities, the Department of Health, Department of Children and Families, as well as the State Emergency Response Team will be there with a limited supply of tarps to hand out to residents. As far as garbage pickup, for those that live in the unincorporated area, Waste Pro is we're running normal service today except for recycling. So if your recycling was today, it'll be picked up next Friday. As Administrator Landry said, we will have outside contractors coming in to help with this debris removal. They will do not one but two pushes at least through our community to pick up this debris. Once we get that schedule, we will have it on our website with an interactive map that shows you when your pickup times will be, so don't feel like you need to be in a rush to get that debris out today. The number of injuries and deaths that occur after hurricanes are usually after hurricanes, not during the actual event. We want residents to be safe out there today as you're cleaning up. Make sure you're well hydrated and get the rest you need before you go out there and start moving debris out to the road. You don't have to be in a rush to do it. We will have at least two pickups for that. County operations will return to normal on Monday. Parks and preserves will be limited. There are a few parks, especially our preserves, have received a lot of rain and on some down trees. So check our website to see which preserves are open for those that want to get out. And we encourage you to follow our social media channels at St. Lucie Gov for additional updates. As Director Guerrero said, our public information lines are open till 7 o'clock and will continue to be 7 to 7 operations till further notice, and that number is 772-460-HELP. You can get a lot of your questions answered there, and we encourage everyone to continue to be safe as we continue to work through this event.